I'd like to talk about how you can maximize your credit score to get you the most optimal terms on a mortgage. The credit score is one of the biggest determinants of what loan program you're going to be in, what interest rates you might be getting. It can impact the mortgage insurance rates, and it can also determine your overall eligibility and approval in obtaining a loan. And ways to maximize this, as long as you're diligent about it and kind of monitoring things, shouldn't be really hard. The main things that are going to be impacting your credit score are going to be payment history, credit utilization, number of accounts open, length of accounts in history, credit inquiries that have happened recently, and those all play a role in determining what your credit score is going to be. I'd say the most easy ones to focus on and the main ones to focus on are going to be making sure that you're making your payments on time and keeping credit utilization low. Credit utilization is the average balance of a credit card relative to the max limit. The credit bureaus recommend trying to keep that below 20 or 30% credit utilization. The lower the better. So if you can keep it below 10%, that's going to improve things even further. And then the last one would be, especially before you go to apply for a mortgage, try not to apply for a bunch of other credit cards, auto loans. Those credit inquiries that happen when those companies pull your credit can bring down your credit score slightly, and you want to make sure, once again, you're in the most optimal range. For reference, 780 and up is now typically the top limit for getting you best insurance, mortgage insurance rates, and the best interest rates. So just for reference now, 780 and up on a credit score is usually considered the top tier for getting you the best interest rates and mortgage insurance rates. And it's relatively easy to keep track of your credit score. One, the credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion all allow you to get one free credit report per year, so you can see what's on there, dispute any kind of inaccuracies, and just make sure that everything is reporting correctly. You can also use, a lot of banks will offer through their online banking ways to keep track of credit scores, as well as current open accounts and inquiries that are happening. So that can be a good way to monitor things. I will say, if you're looking at something like your bank or another service called Credit Karma, that a lot of times can be a different score from what we see on our credit report versus what you're seeing there, due to different scoring models and algorithms that they're using. But it's just a great way, once again, to kind of keep track of things, give you a little barometer on how things are trending up or down, and making sure that the accounts that are being reported accurately. And another big thing that I'll often see on people's credit when we sometimes pull that are going to be collections. And those can be pretty detrimental to a credit score. I'm talking like 60 to 80 to 100 points in a drop. Most commonly, those are going to be from medical bills, utility bills that have gone unpaid. I've even seen it from someone who didn't return a book to their college library, and there was a $14 collection on their report. A lot of times we can work with you and give you some strategies on how to negotiate the removal of those. Once again, as we're going through the pre-approval process to get your score into that most optimal range. But that's a big one to watch out for, to make sure there are no collections on your report. With some diligence, with just paying attention to things, making on-time payments, keeping credit card balances low relative to the maximum, and avoiding too many unnecessary credit inquiries, you can keep your credit score high or be on the up and up and getting it into the most optimal range. And if you ever have any questions on more detail on how to do this, I would love the opportunity to sit down with you, chat about it, and give you some further pointers. So please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm Mike Stone. You can reach me, DM me, shoot me a text, give me a call, whatever works, and would appreciate the opportunity to chat.